Hey friends, so I'm trying to do a little Facebook Live here too, and it's being kind of wonky for me. All right, we're gonna move it over. All right, I'm going live on Facebook at the same time, so it's great to see all of you guys. Now, usually, if I could show you my setup, I'm gonna turn you around. It's gonna be kind of freaky. That's just my desk lamp. But you see, I've got my laptop sitting right there, and then I like to put my phone like right there, so I'm like always speaking to one camera, and my laptop does not like that at all. It doesn't like my phone that close to my laptop. Isn't that crazy? So I hope you can hear me. And you know what I'm gonna do actually, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna go over to this Facebook group, and I'm gonna tell them to come join us on Instagram. Hold on. You guys are so patient. Oops. All right. I'm going to end that video. Yes. We just need to hang on Instagram, yeah? Okay. So we're leaving that site. Shutting that down. Okay. Let's just be on Instagram. Want to? All right. I think that's better anyway. All right. Let's see if I can get this set up now. You guys, this is so technically difficult. I don't have some fancy setup. I don't have some amazing sound booth or anything to talk to you. It's just me in my office. So happy Wednesday night. It is Wednesday night, February 20th, and I'm doing a kind of a behind the scenes coach Q&A, and I linked it earlier to my private Facebook group. But we really tend to get more interaction here on Instagram, and between you and me, for Instagram friends, I don't know if we're friends on Facebook, but I just like hanging out with my Instagram friends a little bit better. And since it's kind of being wonky on my laptop, we'll just hang out right here on Instagram. And the point of tonight is what I've been doing for the past several weeks. And I kind of came to this realization earlier in the year that I was wrongly assuming that everyone knew what I did as a Beachbody coach. I was assuming that everyone knew that I'm a coach, and I was assuming that everyone knew what that meant, and I was assuming that everyone knew they could get Beachbody on demand from me, or Shakeology, or they could be part of my team and help people and help people, and they could be part of my challenge groups, or they could not, and I was assuming all this stuff because I've been doing it 11 years. So I was assuming that everyone who followed me just sort of knew what I did. And it became very apparent that that was not the case, and that I needed to make sure I was just really doing a better job of being so clear about what I do as a coach and how it's not really what I do, that it really is who I am. So I'm going to take you on a little walk now because, I don't know if any of you have pets or children, but the minute I do anything live, and this is the beauty of a home business. The minute I do anything live, someone needs me. Usually a dog needs to go out. Perfect example. Or my husband comes home, or a child walks in the door. I could be by myself all day long, and the minute I do anything live, someone needs me at that particular moment. So at that particular moment, I had two dogs that had to go out right then at 8 p.m. Eastern time. They didn't have to go out at 7:55 p.m. No, they had to go out at 8 p.m. So they're out now. And I just want to talk tonight about how I got started as a coach, but I really want to answer any questions that you might have about Beachbody coaching. Again, earlier this year, I really started to, I know, Claudia, right? It's so crazy. I started to understand or get a better grasp that, and I think it's sort of the perils in a way of doing something for a long time. I've been a Beachbody coach for almost 11 years now. I've been in the fitness industry 17 plus years, and I've been a Beachbody coach for 11 of those years, almost 11 of those years. And we've lived here in Carmel, Indiana, the entire time really that I've been a coach. And so you assume that everybody knows what you do and what coaching is, and what they can get from you, and what coaching can do in their lives. And you just assume that. And sometimes I think that when you've been in something for a while like that, you stop talking about it as much because you just assume, well, they know that we're taking this Disney cruise and it's because of my Beachbody business, or they know that my daughter gets to do this really amazing opportunity and it's because of my Beachbody business, or they know that if they want to get Shakeology they can get it from me. And and that's not the case. People don't know, and it's on me to do a better job of sharing more about this business and how this business has changed my life. Because at the root of it all, although I firmly, strongly, deeply believe that fitness is a catalyst for so much life change, the piece in all of this that has changed my life and the lives of my family the most is the coaching piece. So I want to make sure that I'm doing a better job of talking about that piece even more, so that people know, you know what, you can join our team and you can help people, and you too can have the same kind of life change. What I also want to make sure that people are so clear on is that I was a high school English teacher. I grew up in a really teeny tiny farm town that literally, when I say I had a cornfield in my backyard, it really was, there was literally a cornfield in my backyard. A cornfield was my backyard. And between myself and the high school that I went to was a lot of cornfields. I went to a very small elementary school that was kindergarten through 8th grade. So I grew up in a very teeny tiny little town and went to college, became a high school English teacher, and sort of fell into this fitness journey, fell into teaching fitness, and certainly fell into Beachbody coaching. But what I want to make sure that it's very clear, because I've been doing this so long, I think people can tend to look at, that quote where, don't judge your beginning of your story to someone else's middle or end. And that's what I think happens when you look at someone who's been doing something for a long time. So I've been doing coaching for 11 years, and someone will look at me or look at someone else who's been a coach for a while and go, oh, well, it's so easy for them, whatever. Well, actually, no, because it might just look that way since I've been doing it for so long. I grew up in a very teeny tiny little town. I went to college. I was a high school English teacher. I fell into fitness. I fell into Beachbody coaching, and I had absolutely no experience owning a business of any kind. Zero, none. I never had any illusions of being an entrepreneur. I never had any goals of owning a business. I liked teaching high school English, but it wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I enjoyed it when I was doing it, but I very vividly remember having strong thoughts like, I can't do this for the next 50 years. I liked it when I was there, but I knew I wasn't going to be the thing that I retired doing. That I did for the rest of my life. I also knew that high school teaching was not going to create the life that I wanted to create for my family. And I also knew that it was a very finite kind of job, that someone else was going to tell me how much I could make and how many hours I had to work. And someone else was always going to dictate sort of my career. And I knew that all those pieces were not going to be for me. I didn't know what else I was going to do, but I knew all those pieces were not going to be for me forever. I fell into teaching fitness. My husband is a college football coach, and because of that, we move a lot, and I sort of fell into teaching fitness, fell into being a master trainer, fell into Beachbody coaching, and I just continued to move forward and put one foot in front of the other. And here's the key. I just continued to figure things out along the way. I think the magic in life is the figuring it out. I think that's what makes life so cool, is figuring it out. There's a weird expectation now, or a weird sort of thought process, that we're supposed to know everything about something before we say yes to it. And I recently had a conversation with a coach kind of talking about this same topic, and I said, well, did you know everything about how to drive before you got behind the car for the wheel of a car for the first time? And the answer, of course, is no. No, you learn by doing. Did you know everything there was to know about marriage before you got married? Absolutely not. You learn by living it. Here's the big one. Did you know everything there was to know about parenting before you had kids? No. And what's interesting is we have 3 daughters, and every time the oldest one hits another birthday, is another year older, I'm parenting her for the first time. Still in her 20s, I'm parenting her for the first time at that particular age. I don't know what it's like to parent a 23-year-old until I parent a 23-year-old. I don't have any idea. So this weird notion of having to know everything before we actually do it, I think can hinder a lot of people from just trying and exploring and doing. And for whatever reason, even though I grew up in this teeny tiny little town and certainly didn't have any entrepreneurs in my house and nor anyone that owned a business, I just fell into fitness and kind of kept putting one foot in front of the other and became a master trainer and became a Beachbody coach. And it just all sort of kept moving as I kept moving. I just kept taking that next step. And something that my dad taught me, that it didn't matter whether I was a fitness instructor or a Beachbody coach or an English teacher or an engineer like he was, always make sure that you're putting yourself in the space of most opportunity. Make sure you're putting yourself in that space of most potential. And so I just kept doing that. If there was an opportunity to volunteer for something, an opportunity to show up early for something, I just kept doing that. And by doing that, I kept figuring it out. Now, here's the cool part. I've been a coach for 11 years and I still don't have it all figured out. And to me, that's what makes it so exciting. So if you're someone who's watched coaching from afar and always thought, well, I can't do that because I've never owned a business or I don't know what to do, I need you very clearly to understand that nobody knows what they're doing when they become a Beachbody coach. Nobody really knows what it's like to own a business like this. And we all truly just figure it out together as we go along, because there is such incredible, enormous power in community. And that's the beauty about being a Beachbody coach, is that you are part of Team Beachbody. You're part of our team. And together we've got this incredible force of people, humans, who have been building businesses and who've created resources and tools and strategies and tips. And we know that together we are unstoppable. So that's the beauty about being on our team. You guys, my dogs are now wanting to come in. Are you kidding me? Like literally, they couldn't have done this at 7:45 and 7:55. No, we have to do it at 8 and 8:10 when I'm live. So we're going to take a little walk and go let the dogs in. And you know what they're going to want then? Then they're going to want a treat. But you know what? No, girls, you do not get a treat because you were rude and you decided you needed to go out when I was doing my live. So you get no treat tonight. Oh, there's one. Come on. Everybody comes in. Everybody comes in at the same time. I know it's cold out there. They're ridiculous. Do you guys have dogs? They're like little humans sometimes, aren't they? They're ridiculous. And then they stare at you like, I need a treat for going outside. No, you do not. You do not need a treat for going outside. We have 2 dogs. So how many dogs? Do you guys have dogs? I'll show my dog. Yeah. Maria, I'm glad you came on here. So Maria, can you guys see like the lettuce? She's showing up here. Maria, my Facebook was being really weird, so I just decided to do our Q&A via Instagram Live because I think there are lots of cool people on Instagram. So you can do it in the Facebook group or you can do it on Instagram Live too. So y'all, if you're on here with me, Maria is going to share her story in a little bit, and you have to go over and follow her on her Instagram because she'll go Instagram Live too and she'll share her story. Maria's been a coach for a long time on my team as well. And what's cool about her story, and she'll share it later, so I don't want to give it all, is that she and I sort of connected when she was in college and then, just became fitness friends. And she's been a coach for a long time, just working the business in the way that works for her. And recently let go of her corporate job and is now working her Beachbody business full time. But that's been a personal choice that she has made too. So that's another piece that I want to make very clear. The first piece is you don't have to know everything when you become a Beachbody coach. Because if that was a prerequisite, I would not be a coach. And I certainly wouldn't be a coach for 11 years. Another piece is you have to have some sort of special education, or you should have owned a business before, you should have experience. No, I was a high school English teacher and I was a fitness instructor, and I still am. I teach at the YMCA, which has nothing to do with owning a business. So be very clear on that. Another piece is when you come in as a coach, where you are will be very different from where I am or where someone else is that has been a coach for a long time. And if you are comparing your journey in the beginning to someone else's middle or end, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. And what's the point of even doing that? That's just dumb. So be very clear on all those pieces. And then also get very clear that often you will see coaches talk about how maybe they brought their spouse home, or they want to retire from their full-time job, or they want to stay home from their children. What you need to understand is this business works in your life in the way that it works for you. Maybe you're like me. I gotta be quiet. Maybe you're like me and you don't want to bring your spouse home. I do not need my husband home with me 24/7. No. No. Also, aside from that, my husband is living his passion. My husband is doing the thing that he was supposed to do with his life. He is doing the thing that he was put here on earth to do, and that is coach young men be better humans through the game of football. That's what he is supposed to do with his life, and he's very, very good at it. Also, I don't want to bring him home, but some people do, and that is an amazing goal if you want that. Some people are working a corporate job full time, and they want to quit that corporate job, and they want to be home with their children more. That's an amazing goal too, but it doesn't have to be yours. Maybe you love your full-time job outside the home and you just want to have this Beachbody business because you love health and fitness and you like helping others, and your Beachbody business kind of fills in the gaps that your full-time job maybe doesn't. Awesome, that's your goal. Maybe you want to have your Beachbody business to create some like fun money, or you want to have your Beachbody business because while you love your full-time job, it doesn't really make an impact on people's lives like your Beachbody business might. So you kind of want to have both. Awesome. There's no real right or wrong way to do this business. To me, the only wrong way is not doing it, because if you think about it, everyone has to move. Right? Everyone has to have some fitness and some movement in their life. Awesome. We can help you with that. Everyone needs good food and good nutrition in their life. And so many people, that is the biggest area of struggle, is good food, good nutrition. Awesome. We can help with that. Everyone wants community in their life. Everyone wants to be a part of a tribe, something bigger than themselves. Awesome. We can help you with that. And lots of us, yourself probably included, could use more income in our lives for all different kinds of reasons, whether it's vacation fund, college fund, retirement fund, taking care of an aging parent fund, paying for your kids' lessons fund, whatever it might be. You may need some more income in your life too. Well, the beautiful part is a Beachbody business hits all those pieces, checks all those boxes in whatever way you want it to. So get really clear on all of this and wipe away any misconceptions that you might have. You don't need experience to build a Beachbody business. If you did before you got started, I could not have done it. You don't need to have some fancy degree or to have always wanted to be an entrepreneur or to have always wanted to own your own business to be a Beachbody coach. Because again, if that was the case, I would not have done it. You don't have to know all the answers before you get in, because that's not true in any piece of your life. Any piece. Please listen to that and understand that very clearly. There's nothing in your life where you know all the answers to before going into it. So why would your Beachbody business be any different? Any different? Not lastly, but next, your business can look and feel in your life however it looks and feels in your life. And understand that your goals may change as you grow your business, if you grow your business. When I started, I just wanted to buy some Nikes and some music to use in my fitness classes that I was teaching at the YMCA, where I was making $11 an hour. My friends, you cannot send 3 girls to college on $11 an hour. You cannot teach that many classes, please. So that's all I wanted to do with my Beachbody business. I just wanted to make a little extra money to buy my shoes and buy some music. I had no idea that it would change our lives on such a deep, guttural level. Our girls will go to college because of my Beachbody business. We will take a Disney cruise in June because of my Beachbody business. Every opportunity that my girls have been because of my Beachbody business, but that has grown and morphed and evolved and changed over time. It's not where it started. That's okay. So you might come into this business as a new coach and go, I just want to pay for my Shakeology. Awesome. Cool. But 3 or 6 or 9 months in, you might go, you know what? I not only want to pay for my Shakeology, but I want to pay for my daughter's dance lessons. I want to pay for my son's travel football. I want to pay for my son's piano lessons. I want to pay for my daughter's soccer lessons. Awesome. We can do that too. Or you might say, my husband, my wife, my spouse, my significant other, they hate their job. I want to bring them home. Cool. We can do that too. You might say, I want to take a vacation and I want to pay for it with my Beachbody money. Cool, we can do that. Or again, you can just say, I just want to buy my Shakeology. I just want to take myself to a pedicure and lunch once a week. Cool, we can do that. So it's so important that you understand there are so many ways that you can build a Beachbody business. Now, your coach, whoever you join with as your coach, you got to make that business decision, who's going to help you meet your goals. And then you have to understand that your coach may have some goals of their own, and that might affect who gets the majority of their time. And that's okay too, because your coach can have goals in their business just like you can have goals in your business. And each of us is responsible for our goals, our dreams, our motivation, our inspiration. Each of us is responsible for creating the life that we want to create. Each of us is responsible for that. It's not someone else's job to help you reach your goals. It's someone else's job, in this case me, my job to share with you an opportunity that can help you reach your goals and to give you some tools and resources. But at the same time I'm doing that, I have my own goals, my own dreams that I want to achieve. And I want to build a business that changes literally thousands of lives, especially women. I want to build a business that helps women find community, that helps women get results, and helps them create income. And I'm not making any bones about that. I want to build a business that helps thousands of women find community, get results, and create income. And I'm super transparent about that. And you might come on our team and go, well, I just want to pay for my Shakeology. And we are going to give you every resource that we can. But you also have to understand that your coach has goals and dreams too. And they may be spending their time a little bit more with someone else who also has bigger goals and dreams. That's okay. We are all responsible for achieving our goals and dreams. No one else is responsible for doing that. We are all responsible for creating the life that we want to create. And if you are sitting in a place right now where you're like, I don't really love my life, well, guess what, my friend? That's on you. And you are not a tree, and you can change. You do not have to sit in that space one more day unless you choose to do so. Because this business can be a catalyst for you to change your life. I'm just going to scroll up really quick because I have a couple comments. I see Maria commenting. Yes, love it. Make sure that you guys are following Maria, like the lettuce, so that she's going to go on Instagram and do her little bit. I'm going to assume that WRKOT woman is like workout woman. First of all, thank you for your kind words. You're very kind. I really appreciate that. And I have no desire ever in my life to write a book. But I also said I had no desire to have a podcast, and I'm already thinking about that now too. So who knows? But Workout Woman, you need to change your Instagram handle so I can call you by your name. Okay, can you do that for me? That'd be so great. Does anyone have any questions before I sign off and you go over and follow Like the Lettuce and watch her on Instagram Live as well? Are there any questions that I can answer that you've had about coaching, you've thought about coaching, that you are a coach and you have a question that maybe I can answer, because that might answer someone else's question as well. If there's anything that I can answer, please let me know. If you're like, I feel weird asking it on Instagram Live, you can always direct message me, and I'll do my best to answer, or I'll direct you back to your coach. If you're not on our team, I'll direct you back to that person that you chose to join their team as well. So let me know how I can help you. You know, it's just, I feel such a deep obligation and responsibility to share this business with as many people as possible, because it has truly on every level changed our lives. We don't argue. Sorry, girls. We don't argue about money anymore. We don't, and that's a huge piece of marital stress when you argue about money all the time. We don't argue about money anymore. We have different arguments. We have arguments about colleges and college funds and all that kind of stuff, but we don't argue about if we're going to make it to the end of the month anymore. And that's huge. We can say yes to our daughters when they want to pursue their passions and pursue their opportunities. We have been able to travel. We have been able to really lay down a foundation for a life that I don't know how it would have happened without this business in it. So if you are sitting in this space right now in your life and you're like, you know what, this is good, but I know there's something better. This is fine. This is okay. But I feel like there's something more. If that's where you are, it's good, but you feel like there's something more, but you're not quite sure how to get to that more. this could be what gets you there. You gotta work hard, and you gotta have consistency, and that's no different than any other job. I worked really, really, really hard the first year I taught high school English, and I made, you ready for this? $16,000. That's a 16,000. That's what I made teaching high school English my first year, and I worked my off. So if you think that this business would be any different, you'd be wrong. Every business that you open, every industry you're in, every job you do, you're going to have to work hard if you want to create success. It just is what it is. And this business is certainly no different. You know, it's funny, Caitlin, because I get a lot of questions about time management, and I get a lot of questions about that. You know, time management. That seems to be a huge pain point for a lot of people. And what I think happens is, Caitlin, I'm not going to sugarcoat this because this is, because I just don't, because I'm just too old to sugarcoat anything anymore. What I think happens with women is lots of things. Number one, they have weird, wonky expectations of themselves. And number two, they often have put some of these expectations on themselves. We like to blame the media. I'm not saying that there's not some influence there, but I also think some of it is women just being women and weird to themselves. Number three, we attach a lot of drama and a lot of emotion to just activities that need to happen. You know, we had to do the laundry. Oh my God, I have to do the laundry. I'm so busy. No, you just have to go do the laundry. Stop it. I have to unload the dishwasher. Oh my God, I have to unload the dishwasher. No, you just have to unload the dishwasher. Stop being so dramatic about it. So I think we attach a lot of drama and emotion to just activities that need to happen. Third, women, for whatever reason, have gotten into the habit of not asking for help anymore. And this is so weird because, you know, women have always been the backbone of the community, of any community, working together. And somehow or other, we've sort of scattered off into our houses behind our phones and behind our laptops, and we don't ask for help. And so, therefore, now we say we're overwhelmed. Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. Well, freaking ask for help. Get a sitter. Get a housekeeper. You know, do something about it. Instead, women will just be all emotional and dramatic about it, and they'll be all martyrish about it and be like, I have so much to do and no one understands me. Stop attaching so much drama and emotion to it. It's just laundry. It's just unloading the dishwasher. You just need a little help. Okay, ask. Either ask your spouse or hire someone and stop moaning and groaning about it. And I say that with love because I've been there and done that. And the best thing we ever did was hire someone to help me with the laundry. We're a family of 5, and everyone is working out in lessons, like so many stinky workout clothes. And I just couldn't keep up. And so I could spend energy saying I couldn't keep up. What? Or I could spend the same amount of energy and hire someone to help me. Yo, you're not going back out there. Seriously, you guys, really? Like literally no one's barked all day long. So I think women we just attach way too much energy and too much drama to just stuff that are just activities. We don't ask for help when that's on us. If you need help, ask for it, hire it. Stop it. And then we go into this, well, if I'm not doing it all, then I'm failing. Who said? Do you know when my mom got married, my dad was in the Navy. When my mom got married, they got married very young. And my parents had twins. My brother and my sister had twins. Okay, so my dad was going to school. It's a long time ago. I don't know how the whole timeline, but my dad was going to school or working, and my mom was a telephone operator. Okay, because they were trying to make ends meet. So her grandma moved in with them and was like their nanny because she asked for help. My mom asked for help. I mean, how many of you would just say, I don't want to ask for help? Well, then that's on you. So I think, Caitlin, that's a long answer, but we over dramatize everything. We act like we're the busiest person in the world. We act like it's some contest that we want to win for the busiest, longest to-do list, and that's just a bunch of BS. I don't know who invented that contest, but it's certainly not one that you want to win. And then we don't ask for help. And then we wonder why we feel burnout or why we can't actually pursue the dreams and goals that we have that are in our hearts, which are every bit as valuable as anyone else that's in our family. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I think that's a very long answer for what I hope answers your question. I don't know if there's any other questions. I think that's it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get off. I want you guys to go follow Like the Lettuce and watch her Instagram live. And maybe we'll just do them from now on Instagram live rather than on Facebook, because I just really think they're a lot more fun here. They're a lot more interactive, and they live here. So yeah, Caitlin. So Caitlin, no one feels sorry for you now. Just saying it. So no one feels bad for you that you don't have time to work your business because you're not being smart about it. So now go be smart about it and go work your business, and then hire someone to help you with the laundry. And you'll be a lot happier in your life. So, all right, you guys go follow Like the Lettuce. And if you have any questions that I haven't answered tonight, please, please, please always message me. And if you have any ideas or topics or thoughts on me doing a podcast, will you let me know that too? Because I'm gathering information on that too. So if you think I should, let me know. And if you have ideas or topics, let me know. Okay, cool. Talk to you guys later.